All right, I'll
Hello,
start.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 49 of the Ask Dr. Zaino show. Thank you for being here live with us. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. If you're watching live, you're here at chirothoughtleaders.com/ask-dr-zano. And you're seeing me speaking right on that big video that is playing right there on the screen. Right below that, look at the social media buttons. Like it. We have over 5,300 likes on Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, LinkedIn. Pin it, all of those fun buttons there. Click them. And then right below that, you'll see the chat roll. And that's important too. I want you to log into the chat roll just like people are doing. Put your questions in there. Try to get specific as you can on the question. And we are definitely going to get to them tonight because I have Dr. Chris Zaino here with me. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Dr. Tabor? All right, so I'll do the Facebook Live. Hello, Facebook Live. This is Dr. Zaino and Dr. Tabor. He's on here as well. And we're doing the Ask Dr. Z show. And we're going to answer all your questions. It's a 30-minute show for the Chiro Thought Leaders. We have it on chirothoughtleaders.com. We also have a Facebook Live. Hey, Sam, glad you're on. So please put your questions down. So these questions will now be chiropractic related. So if you're watching this and you're a patient, that's great. But this is now for the chiropractors out there. So please add, remember, your content makes the show and your content helps other people. I mean, I've been amazed, Dr. Tabor, on like the comments and questions people ask on those other lives I've been doing, and people, they're so grateful. But I try to tell them, you're grateful for a comment that you asked that helped other people. So it's really, you guys are making the show, and the more engaged you are, the better the content and the better the show will get. All right, so Tabor, what do you got? What do you want to? Any stuff you want to talk about first?
Yeah. So we do have a couple questions here, and just to paraphrase the first question, it's a long one. It's basically, how do you get more people to your talks? Is what he's asking. So,
how do I get more people to the talks?
Yeah.
Good. So first thing, you want to get patients on the mission. Then, like our dinner, if you've been seeing our dinner, Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook's been great. Yeah, patients and Facebook. That's it.
Man, you're smoking it on those dinners, dude. Smoking it. It's been. I really enjoyed watching your live dinner the other day. By the way.
And again, you know how we did that? A chiropractor put a comment, hey, any chance of you showing your dinner live tonight? Right? That one little comment was like, hey, why not? And we did, and it was a good turnout too. I think we had like 105 people. Like
That is amazing.
But we got 76 new patients.
Gosh, that's awesome.
And remember, the saying goes, 100 new patients solves all problems. It really does. So that's always a great goal you want to have per month. So yeah, 72. And look, so what I put in 46 minutes of work, 76 new patients, and they're amazing people. They're great. We've been slammed at work. It's cool. Great. So let me tell you, so Tabor, what I did was, so if they come from the dinner, like, so the dinner was yesterday. No, when was the dinner? Monday?
Monday. Yes. Yeah.
Wednesday, right? So when they come for the dinner, Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't do a day one. There's no, like the day one was the dinner. And so as soon as they come in, Tabor, just like I meet them for 40 seconds. So glad you're here, Tabor. You know what we're going to do here, right? And then we're going to take pictures of your x-rays before Leanna comes in and takes your pictures. You know, I looked over your charts. Thank you for filling them out. I saw your goals. And our number one thing we want to do here is make sure that nothing's going to get away in front of your goals. So first thing, we just got to collect information, and then when we get you back to your doctor's report, we're having one, Thursday night at 6, Friday at 10, and Saturday at 9. And we'll get you set up for that. All right, God bless. See you soon. I mean, it's really that quick. So I definitely do that Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, tomorrow is Thursday. And if the dinner was Monday and you have Tuesday and Wednesday, I guarantee with the distractions of life, people start to lose the content. And so what we do there is I then show the video, Tabor, like the one you just did.
Yeah.
So then we show our deck. Tabor and I have a day one video. And how'd that come out, Tabor? Good when you did yours?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it came out great, but I didn't realize with the ring light, it reflects off my glasses, but it still came out.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So it's all right. It worked.
Like a little chicken with the big glasses, you know.
It was like green on my glasses.
Yeah, you look like you're in a rap video.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. It's all good.
I bet you the color looked good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we do. So Thursday, I show the video. So the video is 20 minutes. It kind of refocuses, and then boom, we go and we rock it again.
Right. Awesome, man. It's good stuff.
Good.
Do you have a question, or you want me to ask the next one?
Hold on. Well, let me do one from Facebook Live.
Okay.
By Victor. He goes, "Hi, doctor. How you see all that has happened in Texas with the TMA? Do you think the profession is in a state of basically going down? I was planning to move there to practice, but now I do." It doesn't let me see the rest. Because, okay, perfect, Victor. Let me explain this. I think no matter what, nothing's going to change in my life. Like the circumstances never matter to me. Like in fact, part of me, as sick as it is, because I love challenge and I love fighting. Well, not fighting is like fighting. Like I just love the story. You know, I get really romantic with the story because I know how the end. I know how it's going to play out. Like, you know, I know the end of the story. And so if TMA was to win, and what is it that we listen, I'll open up Abundant Life Health Center. I'll practice. I'll do laying on the hands. Like you can't stop me. You can't stop the message. People will line up and pay cash. I don't care about insurance. They could lawsuit me. They could do whatever they want, but you're not going to stop me. And the thing is, you know why you won't stop me? Because number one, this is my calling and my purpose. Number one, and number two, chiropractic isn't their calling and purpose. I'm not going to retire. They're going to retire. So I'll sue and appeal the hell out of them until they retire because I'm not retiring. So I know how the end of the story goes.
Love that.
I and my purpose always win. Like you're not going to outwork me. You're not going to out hustle me. You're not going to outsue me. You're not going to do anything because my purpose is my calling. You can't fight someone with a purpose like that. You follow what I'm saying? Like, people are going to retire because it's not deep down for them. Who cares? Like I'll practice without a license, just like anybody else. I don't care. Take my license away from me. It'll be called Abundant Life Healing Center. It'll be laying on in hands. It'll be great. You can't take x-rays. That's fine. I could still adjust the heck out of someone on an x-ray. So it's great. And you know what? I would love it. I think it would create uncertainty. It would create excitement. I think it would be the best thing that happened for the profession because what it would create a disruption.
Oh, yeah.
See, chiropractors, you know, they're so into being like, we're disruptors. Well, how about this is a disruption for chiropractors? Like you like to be the disruptor,
right?
But you don't like when you're disrupted. See, well, hold on, I'm losing my feed here. It's going to come back. See, here's the thing. The marketplace doesn't care. So the thing is, so if you're going to be romantic and get outdated and you don't roll with the punches, then this is a great time for chiropractic to thrive. So what it will do, it will cause chiropractic to go really MDDC, right? Or the straight guys, they're just going to go just to become. They're going to have to stay alive somehow, and all the cream is going to rise to the top. So I don't even pay attention to it because I realize, like, you know, if you take my license away, I'm still going to practice.
Yeah,
you know, I'll just charge cash.
I agree 100%, man. Even I think even patients will rally so much that it would just be nuts, man. Because
that changes, do you think that my patient's going to be like,
yeah,
oh, this thing's trying to reconnect? I mean, you think my patient, oh, okay, I'm done with this? No. In 12 years, we changed so many people's lives. I'm still going to have shit, man. This thing, I'm still going to have so many dinners. I'll have 5 dinners. Because it's like I'll evangelize. It's so great. Like you can't stop us.
Yep.
That's fine. I hope the board is watching this because I'm telling the board exactly how it's going to go down. So my address is 3000 Research Forest, Suite 150, 77381. You could come and you could put a thing out. You could shut my X-ray machine down. You could do all the stuff. It'll be great. Just come and do it, and I'm going to prove to you how good wins at the end. It's not, you know, whatever. And then it's just not. You're not going to stop us in Texas. But the thing is, if it does happen in Texas, it's going to happen all over. So, I mean,
that's the thing.
Just get the attitude. Screw it. You know, take my license away. You going to put me in jail? Really? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, like you guys got nothing to worry about, but you need to get your A game going. You need to really, you know what? You need to start investing. What I would do now, go to Palmer, buy every Green book you got, buy every Reggie Gold book you got, buy every Fred Bard's book they got, get all of Strauss's books. Start reading those books and get your philosophy so hard and so tight because that's the only thing you're going to be able to bank on now.
Yep.
That's great.
Love it. Love it. Great answer. And that's exactly right. And that shows why you're freaking badass, is because that's the attitude you got to have, whether they're trying to take your license or not, you know?
Well, Tabor, how about this? Let me see if we can get a better fee here. Let me see if this one works.
I got another question here too. So
yeah, I'm coming. Let me just get back to the Facebook Live here. Okay, how about and it really helps with scarcity, because I think a lot of doctors worry what I love to do is I like to future pace and really think of the worst case scenario. So watch this. This is what I've done this through my mind. I'm like, what if they take my license away? Then I'll hire doctors, right? Not just say now, like the board, I'll hire doctors to adjust. Man, this thing, hold on. I hire doctors to adjust. Then how about if I got injured? Well, I could still speak. How about if I lost my voice? I could write. How about if I lost my hearing? I could still speak. Like, I went down the thing, like, no matter what, like, you can't stop me.
yeah,
I still could get the message across. I might have to change it, not change the message, but like, if I can't adjust, I could speak. If I can't see, I could speak. You follow what I'm saying? So it's like,
yep,
there's so many areas you're gonna go. So now you take my license away, I become a 501c3. I'll actually make a religion if I have to, and I'm gonna lay hands on people. That's it. And people are gonna get well. I'm gonna teach Christian Science or whatever the heck it falls under.
yeah,
Just teach the truth. So it's like, it's almost fun. You know why? Because in 12 years, things get kind of stale, right, Tabor? So this is kind of like, I enjoyed the fun part of it. So and everybody in your suits and your ties that are going to the courthouse to try to rally, I so appreciate you doing that. But don't ask me for any money for it, because to me, I'm good either way. If we win, great. If we lose, it's fun. It's going to create something new.
right, right on.
Right. I mean, how cool would that be? Like, chiropractic always did well during that. And I think that's what we need again. I think what this would cause, if it did go down, the same way insurance destroyed chiropractic, which it did. Since the chiropractors went with insurance, that destroyed it, because all these guys are trying to get out of insurance. So I think this would really cleanse, and it would almost clean slate it again, where it would have to go back to what it was before the whole insurance thing.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, what's another one?
Okay, next one.
I know. Hold on. I'm cutting out a lot. No, it's not your side. It's my office.
You got your your internet is all right?
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, we're good now.
Okay.
Give me thumbs up if we're good. If you hear me, okay.
So Scott says, good evening. What do you do at the report when a patient says, I need to think about it, or I need to look at my finances? I know it's more often than not going to lead to a non-conversion, but when those situations arise, I don't know how to come back from them. Thanks.
Who's this, Scott?
Yeah.
So Scott said, what happens when the person says, I got to think about it, right?
Yeah, I got to think about it, or I need to think about my finances.
Right. It's over. I mean, it's over. Like, I used to go in there and I used to say, well, what do you have to think about? A thought is 1 second. If I say gray elephant, what do you think of? An elephant. So a thought is a half a second. So this is something you want to do or not, right? I mean, I used to do that, and I could always persuade them. But if they don't, they have to want it when I walk in that door. You follow? Like, do you think a patient with cancer goes, yeah, I just got to think about this, and no, like, what happens is they already made in their mind they're doing this. So this goes back to your report of findings, that you didn't build enough value for that person. I'm not saying you don't build value. I'm saying that for that person, they didn't value the care or what you provided. They didn't believe it was a solution, so therefore they didn't value it.
Yeah.
That's why this person leaves our office saying they got to think about the finances and spends 50,000% inflation on Starbucks next door.
Right.
Because they want it and it's valuable to them. So I don't want to say, I will never say a chiro didn't build enough value. I'm just saying that person you didn't build enough value for that person. So it goes back to your report of findings, and that's where the goals come into play. Because I got to go on the goals, because the goals is what they really want. And our goal is to get them there. And if you could get those why, if you get really to their why, that'll help them see chiropractic as the solution to help them get their goals. But if they don't see it as a solution, because every single one of you knows all the lines to say, you could logically, it's not a logical thing. You could logically have that person go, yeah, you're right. But the thing is, logically, yes, your health's the most important thing. Yes, you're gonna have to. They get that here, but it's the emotional part to buy. They didn't get. They don't have enough value yet. So, don't chase them. Go back. That's why you should videotape your report so you see what might have went wrong or if there was any confusion or inconsistency. So, here's the thing. I told Tabor before this. Might sound ignorant, but what's happening in Texas? Oh, dude, I'm totally ignorant too. Who is this? Oh, Cliff, dude, I don't even know either. But because whatever it is, I don't see. I'm not gonna get worried about it because I'm still gonna practice anyway. Like no one's gonna stop us. So back to the value thing. So I told Tabor right before we started, you would not even be talking about this right now or answering this question if you had 100 new patients this month, right, Tabor? Like, would you be saying to me, hey, Dr. Z, I had 100 new patients this month. I did 100 reported findings, but there was this one person who says they had to go home and think about it.
Right.
No, but when you had 10 new patients this month, you would be thinking about that one person had to go home and think about it.
Right.
So that's why, and so what I'm saying is it's not that it makes that person less valuable to you. It means that when you're in abundance and you're helping so many people, you got to think about it. Okay, go home and think about it. You know, and because Tabor and I know there's what we call the be back bus. There's people who go home and think about it, Tabor, and come back, correct?
Yeah, they will, yeah.
So to say that that person's never going to come back, that's a false belief system.
Right.
Because I could tell you plenty of people who really went home, thought about it, and came back.
Right.
Tabor, same thing. Tabor, I remember there was a month where Tabor had a lot of people coming. He had like the best feedback bucks.
Yeah, I know. It was like those were bonuses. All of a sudden, like all of these people are converting. They're just coming in. Yeah,
because they did that. So that's one thing I want to describe as a belief system. We tell ourselves these stories that they say they got to think about. They're not coming back. But the thing is, if it did happen, that story is now false. So it comes to the value. Of course, we want people to say yes that night.
Yeah.
And I pretty much know they're going to say yes or no. But some people do think about it and come back. But when you have so many people that you're helping, it's going to fall in 3 categories: no, yes, and you got to think about it. And you're not like needy, and you want to be asking that question. So that's why bring your dinners up. You know, really help a lot of people, and feel the energy. It's fun, and you know, people go where people go. So when you have a place that's full of energy and it's powerful, it's a great place to be.
You know, dude, there's a lot of wisdom right there, and that it's always like that. Like new patients, I mean, we talked about this, but new patients fix everything. And even when I have a bad talk, like was it yesterday? Yeah, Tuesday, I went to a some kind of technology solutions company, and I spoke to probably 30 people in the room. And like, if I have a really good, passionate, I'm on, you know, sometimes I convert 25 people out of 30, you know, to new patients. I got 8 new patients out of the whole room. And because I didn't do that well. I mean, I gave what I just, you know, sometimes you just didn't, I wasn't on. But then I left, I'm like, you know what? I am not going to get down. That's 8 new patients. You know, I could have spent all weekend of screening and got 8 new patients, which I would have, because it would have been worth it. But I was there for 30 minutes and I got 8 new patients. So, and I got another lunch and learn tomorrow. So I'm going to get more tomorrow. So.
Hey guys, it's all about the long game. Do you know what I mean by that? It's like, it's the patience. It's being patient about patience. It's a long-term thing. Yeah. And if you're doing the right thing, like doing the talks, if you have talks and all these, like you're going to do the right thing. Yeah. It's better. One is better than none. Always remember that. So never get the chip on the shoulder. It's like help as many people as possible. You're going to have singles, doubles, triples, homers, grand slams.
That's right.
Yeah, I know you could have 2 grand slams back to back, and then you get a single or a bunt.
Right.
I mean, I like a bunt. You know, that wasn't a bunt, Tabor. That was like a double. You know, 8 people. That was
right. Yeah, and I was telling you about. I was reading a book about a guy that had $1 million practice, and he was talking about. He says, I suck at speaking. I give 8 out of every 10 talks. I totally suck, but those 2 are big. You know. So like, I mean, I'm batting better than 2 out of 10. So.
Yeah, Dr. Eric Naputi said a great quote. He goes, base hits get you into the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
That's so yeah, I mean, I know you're looking for the big grand slams, but let me tell you, if you did a talk in front of 1,000 people and 900 people wanted to come in, that'd be a good problem to have, but you wouldn't be able to handle it. So that's why, to me, the dinners, that's how I could speak to thousands of people per year, broken down. It's like eating the elephant. I want the elephant, guys. I want the big few ton elephant. I want that thing. But my dinners, I'm breaking that elephant down into bite-sized pieces where we could, we could do what we need to do. And that's just the way I look at it. So I'll speak to thousands of people this year, and they come in exactly the way we're able to handle it.
Love it. Awesome. If you guys have any questions in the chat roll, post anything you'd like to know in through there. We're still taking questions here. Any more over there?
Yeah, Dr. Eric Naputi says, what's the number one mindset? What's the number one mindset for successful practice? Number one mindset? It's I always believe it's consistency and congruency. There's so many consistency and congruency, because consistent means that, I'm like Tabor, you got the talks going, right? So they're in there, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's consistent. Every time that we're inconsistent, or they didn't fill out their goals, every little thing that was inconsistent, we pay for. So it's like having the violin tuned. So I want it consistent, so there's no confusion. And what was it? Mine was consistency and what? Congruency. Yeah, just be congruent. So I love that, because it's a long game. I'm in it for the long haul. So like you said, Tabor, yeah, a talk a week, a talk every other week.
Yep.
We're good. But every procedure, training with your team, everybody's gonna be on it. So I need to make sure that the goals are filled out. I need to make sure that, because I'm really into time. I love time, because that's my greatest commodity. So, if you didn't put the number of systems on the front of the folder, and I have to open it up and look a couple pages in, you're wasting my time. And these things add up. So that means, like, the team, everybody has to do their part and be very consistent.
Yeah.
So that means the tour has to be the same time, the same words, give or take 2 words or 1 second.
Yeah.
Because we have less new patients doesn't mean the tour becomes a half hour. Right. So the adjustment, because it's a little bit slower, it doesn't mean it's 20 minutes. Everything's consistent, and everything is consistent and congruent.
Let me ask you this, and put my question in there. So as a practice is growing, should you allow the practice to push your hours? Like, if I'm thinking about opening on Saturday morning or something, like, should I wait till I'm at a certain volume to open on certain hours, or should you open the hours and try to, like, create the vacuum? Like, what's the mindset there? No.
Tabor, I remember you went to a Zaino experience, and I tried to get you.
That was the one thing.
Dude, I went to you. When Tabor went to the first Zaino experience.
Yep.
For the second, and I told him to cut his friggin' hours down. I even was telling Whitney today, I'm like, I have told Tabor to cut, and then he didn't do it. In fact, not only did he not cut his hours, he kept us, and he got another friggin' office. Tabor's like, I'm not only is there 24 hours, like, how can I make more? How can I be open more than 24 hours a day? Open another office.
I'm guilty.
And so what happened? Yeah, Tabor. No, I want it condensed. Gotcha. I want it like dense. Density is key. So it's dense. And it's packed, and it's energy, right? It's condensed. Yep. And then when you're at the seams, and then then I would start adding here. I'll tell you, when I was working Monday to Thursday until I was at 500 to 600 a week.
Nice.
Then at 600 a week earned me. That was my gift. At 600 a week consistently, we opened up Friday morning for 2 hours, right? So that was the gift. And then Rob Vasquez was trying to hit 1,000. And I had just hit 1,000. And then Greg Lohman had said, well, you got to open up Saturday, Rob. And I heard it in the background. He told Rob Vasquez to open up Saturday. And I'm like, well, wait a second. If he's going to open up Saturday, I'm going to open up Saturday. And so then I opened up Saturday. But here's the thing, that I can't take it away. But I did take away Thursday morning. So I worked 2 half days, Tuesday and Thursday. Friday's a half day. Saturday's a 1 hour. But I mean, we saw well over 2,000 with that routine. But I still, even at well over 2,000 a week, I could tell you there was downtime.
Wow.
I could have shaved it. I even told you I could have been open from 7 to 9:30 versus 7 to 10. I could have shaved 3 hours a week off easy.
Man.
So then here's Tabor at the time. You were like at 100 and something a week. Remember that?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
And so Tabor's working more hours than me, and I'm like, dude, this is, see what I mean? Like, it's the density isn't there. So the state is down, the vibration is down. So like, you don't get pumps.
Right.
So here, like, for instance, and I'll tell you about density and energy. So when I came back in August, and then I had to take over the practice full time. You know, in the beginning, I felt punished, right? Because it's like, oh, my body's hurting, I'm doing all this stuff. But then I started doing things that I was passionate about, the Facebook Lives and working on my Act 3. And that got me so pumped. I'm actually working more, but I have more energy because the density and energy is in. It's like packed. So now when I'm there, I'm doing something, there's energy, I'm packed. But you give me down times and then my state starts to drop.
Yep. Well, I know, man. I see you guys' posts on your Saturday mornings with all those people there, and it just looks awesome. So
I got a question here. So Tabor, is this for you, Tabor? Why do you want to expand your hours?
No. I just want to grow, man, and I didn't know if Saturday would help me get even bigger, basically. So.
No, I mean, you get, like, your capacity gets bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing that ever happened was my docs went and started their own offices. It was a blessing to me because it got me back in, because I slowly was coming out of the office.
Yeah.
And so when I got back, my body had to get used to it, but then my inner capacity started growing. So when my inner spirit capacity grew, now you're seeing, so that's why you guys are seeing what the hell is happening in my office. It's because the capacity is back. Now it's like, I'll do Facebook Lives, but then 100 people show up at my dinner. Do you know what I mean? It's not a direct return.
Right.
So you're going out in the community, right?
Yep.
You're talking, so you talk for 30 people, you talk for 20 people, you're doing these talks, and then all of a sudden there's 80 people at your dinner. You're like, what the hell is it? It doesn't match up, but something is happening.
Yeah. No, I get it. And I know you're absolutely right. In fact, as soon as you answered the question, I was like, you're spot on right. So
yeah. So don't add more hours, man. Get so packed and jammed.
Yep.
That you're forced to, it's a reward. So set a reward, Regina. Say, because I know Tabor's goal is fun. I think all of us in here, if we just kind of, here's the thing too. Let's do it this way. And I'm going to probably do a video on it because of where I'm going, and I'll need your help on it.
Okay.
But this is for Tabor. Tabor's desires 500 adjustments a week, right, Tabor?
Right.
And a lot of times, like if a chiro is not doing that good, or they're not, or they're at a standstill, they don't get happy when they hear that someone wants that. You follow? They'll like your post, but back in their mind, they're kind of a little resentful because they would like to be there. You follow what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing. If one of our colleagues is growing and killing it, instead of saying, well, good for them, and kind of like doing this on the side, or like resenting because you just want to be there as well, like we should be proud and happy of those of our profession that's growing and support them. That means like help them. So, you know, when Tabor wants to see his desire to see 500 a week, I know it's a big goal for you. I think we all should have the intention to want to see Tabor hit 500 a week. Like that I should be like, hey, Tabor, that's great, man. Like sincerely, I want to see you hit it as fast as possible. And all of us should have a good intention, just like, hey, Tabor, we hope you hit it. And then when the computer's off, you're like, yeah, he's not gonna, you know what I mean? Like have it just be a sincere, like when someone's killing it and doing great, let's give them a little, like hold the hands of Moses up a little bit, and let's really like say, we want Tabor to do it and be guided well, and God opens great doors and opportunities, and we want that for everybody. But because you're going to see, like, you're going to start seeing me climb in different areas. So when I start climbing, instead of wishing you were there or something like that, just wish me luck and pray for protection and good guidance. So I think we should just focus on that. And I really think it matters. I know we're talking so fourth dimensional now, but it truly is everything. I think the fourth dimensional is more real than the physical.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. So, well, it is 8:30. We have 2 more questions. I don't know what you want to do.
Yeah, you do, buddy. I mean, you do one.
Okay, here's a question here. How do you train your team on abundance and 10x mindset? Want to show them that money is only a representation of value and creation.
Stop. Perfect. Okay, literally, Tabor, this is going to be a perfect question to end with. Okay, so we do book readings with our team. We get them all a book, and part of the staff meeting is they read a chapter of the book, and we go over it, right? So the first book we did was Darren Hardy's Compound Effect. Whole staff got a book. We bought it for them, and then every staff meeting each week they went through a chapter, right?
Awesome.
Right. And then number 2, you ready? Number 2, guess what book they just started?
Entrepreneur Roller Coaster.
No. You want to guess anyway. Sell or Be Sold. Sell or be sold by Grant Cardone.
Gotcha.
So that's the what? That's the abundant mindset. That's the you're not closing people. You're not selling people. Like basically we're always selling. Like Tabor's selling himself to me. I'm selling myself to you guys right now. Like we're always selling each other. So closing someone is helping a person get the result that you know will benefit them. It's not closing for money. You're literally walking them to the door. So my team is working on, so that could be Grant Cardone's 10X book, his Be Obsessed or Be Average, but we felt Sell or Be Sold is just the next perfect book for them. So we actually do a book, get your whole entire staff a book, and each staff meeting, go over that chapter each week. Don't read it to them. That's because that's waste of time. Have them read it and go over it, and that will be huge. So get the books that you read or that inspire you, and then you're personally developing your staff. That's how you change the mindset. That was a great question.
Love it. Awesome, man.
All right, man. We could be doing this. See, like it's funny. Like you see this stuff. You see how psyched we get? Like I've been doing those things. Like, man, I was tired as crap when I had to do this. Like I literally, she saw me. I was like Yoda walking up my stairs here from all the patients you saw and stuff like that. But when we start giving out of our abundance, I mean, it's like I know how to tap into that limitless energy. Like Sid Williams used to talk about that. That guy said he actually ran himself to the ground because he was able to always channel and get, because he was always giving. And when you're doing what you love to do and pouring out, you just have an unlimited supply of energy. And it also lets me realize that all the weeks I was feeling exhausted, it's because I was not doing the thing I was really supposed to do. You follow what I'm saying? I wasn't pouring out to the level. Like when we first started Kaya Thought Leaders, it was unheard of that we gave away the content we did, right? So remember, that was an exciting time, Tabor, right?
Yep.
And then everybody's giving away free ebooks and crap, but it's like, so how are you and I going to now do something that's out working and out hustling and out giving? And that's what we're doing now. So
right on.
We'll always find a way. So number one, closing, don't worry about Texas. Don't worry about chiropractic. Like, here, see this? You could never take this, or you could take away all my money. You could take away my license. You could take away my x-ray machine. You could take away my sign, but you'll never take this away from me unless you cut my hands off. And you can't take the skill I have in my mind. You can't take my heart away. And the thing is, I will outwork any of you watching this from the board or TMA. I will outwork you. I out-passion you. I will out-hustle you. And you will retire way before I retire, because I'm going to die doing what I do. So you can't, that's what I say, Tabor. I know how it's going to end. I'm not going to concede. So don't worry about Texas. 2, train the mindset of your staff. And 3, go out there and give the best you have, and give more without expecting anything back. And you will have the office that you want to have. All right, man. I love you guys. I'm going to shut Facebook Live off. Share this, like this with your colleagues, and we'll see you next Wednesday. And then after this, let me shut it off, and Tabor will close the hangout.
Awesome.
All right, dude.
Can't add anything else to that, dude. Absolutely awesome episode tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being on, and we will see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here at the Ask Dr. Zaino Show. Have a good one.
Cool.